DW says, how do atheists survive through bad times, unexpected results? Same way everyone else does. You deal with it somehow. Life can be terrible, and sometimes we don't have any good way of dealing with it. So, what we have to do is that we manage somehow. You find solace somehow. Uh, Sometimes you seek solace in the people you love, in your family and your friends. Sometimes you seek solace in a new hobby or a different place. A lot of people move away from the place where they suffered bad times and go somewhere else. And the people who can't, they find other ways of dealing with it. Some people turn to alcoholism. And by the way, all this is common to religious people as well as atheists. It's not as if every religious person is supremely well equipped to deal with loss. I know so many religious people who suffer when they lose something, and their suffering is even more because they believe that a supreme kind of being will help them, and then they feel abandoned by that god. So just because someone believes in a god or a supernatural being does not mean that they're necessarily going to be well equipped to handle loss. Optimistic nihilist says, how do atheists marry? It's the same way everyone else marries, man. Marriage is a set of rituals that sanctifies the union of two people in the eyes of their families and society in general. You can do it in many ways. You can do it using rituals that you got out of Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, or I don't know what else do you get marriage rituals out of. If you don't want to have a religious marriage, you can simply have a court marriage, right? You can invite a few friends, make nice food, and feed them. इसमें क्या है? So I just wanted to add a little bit to this because why are these questions coming? How do atheists do this? How do atheists do that? Atheists are people and they do things in almost exactly the same way as everyone else does. I'll tell you why these questions are coming. It's because when religious people try to spread religion, often they try to make a distinction between how they are and how those other people are. And in most cases, in many cases, not most cases, those other people tend to be atheists. So, in order to cement the idea that we are different from those people, religions often try to claim just normal everyday stuff as unique. So, something like dealing with grief, which every human being has to do, is claimed by a religion by saying, we have a way to deal with grief. They don't. They really suffer through it. If only they belong to our religion, they will have this great method using which they can deal with life. Uh, Similarly, there are other things also that religion claims as if it has some kind of monopoly on it. Morality is one example about which I've spoken before, but religions often try to distinguish between themselves and other people by saying those people are evil and they have no morals and no foundation for their morality. We do. We are special, and the creator of the universe loves us, and our teachers and whoever came before, who gave us the tenets of our religion, they are the ones who had really an understanding of what morality means. Those other people, they don't. So, religious discourse on matters like this tends to be tribal, as in, we are the special people, they are those people. And atheists always tend to be those people because they don't agree with what the religion says. They have a disagreement with the religion, or they simply don't belong to the religion. Because you do understand, right, that even between religions, there can be difference in ways that people do things. One religion may have a certain view of what marriage means, another religion might have a separate view of what marriage means, and they will fight amongst themselves. But they can all unite and fight against the atheist because the atheist doesn't give a shit about any of it. Samip says, how do atheists sleep? How do atheists sleep? Like this. If they snore, and if they don't, then like this. This is a tremendous episode. So much scientific answers I'm giving.